Tuesday, motorsport fans around the world saw something they thought or certainly hoped they would never have to again. The funeral of an F1 driver due to a crash in competition. Jules Bianchi was laid to rest in his home city of Nice, France. Bianchi's family and friends were joined by the majority of the field of current F1 drivers. And as Sam Posey tells us, this young Frenchman was not only talented and well liked, but he has definitely left his mark on the sport of Formula One.
Jules Bianchi's great-uncle, Lucien Bianchi, had been a Formula One driver. And for Jules, the glory of racing and the risk had been early on woven into the fabric of his everyday life. But the passion, the depth of it was his own, and it carried him into Formula One, driving for Marussia, one of the expansion teams that filled out the back of the grid. In 4 years, not one of these teams had scored even a single championship point, until Jules finished ninth at Monaco last year, scoring 2 points. His family lived in nearby Nice, and with his team they celebrated as if they had won the race. Jules' future, already bright, grew brighter still, and rumors spread that he was on Ferrari's shortlist for their second seat. But maybe most rare and significant in this highly competitive world was that he was truly liked even by his rivals. He will be missed.
Everybody in the Formula One world now will observe a minute of silence.
Ezután pedig meghallgatjuk a magyar himnuszt. Kérjük, mindkét alkalomhoz legyenek szívesek felállni.
Ladies and gentlemen, last week the Formula One community lost our valued friend Jules Bianchi. In the presence of Jules' colleagues, his family and Mr. Bernie Eccleston, we would now like to celebrate his life and pay our respects to Jules with a minute's silence. This will be followed by the Hungarian national anthem. We would like you to be upstanding at this time.
As I think everybody in Formula One has found the last week incredibly difficult. I was given some words of solace by a dear friend, which is that the pain of grief is the price we pay for being allowed to love someone. Jules Bianchi was somebody that it was impossible not just to like, but to love. Whether you watched him on TV or whether you knew him, he was the most lovely person. Formula One has lost a bright part of its future. We have lost a friend, and we grieve Jules' loss because we loved him.
And there's no question, David and Steve, that just by the brutal nature of this, that it's shocking. But it's particularly shocking because not that we've become numb to it, but it's been 21 years since the death of Ayrton Senna, 21 years since an active competitor lost his life in competition in this sport, and that's what makes it even more confronting.
Well, I raced against his great-uncle, Lucien Bianchi, who was killed in 1968, and that year 4 drivers were killed in active driving, and that's what makes it so sad and poignant now that track safety, car safety has improved so much, it makes it very sad when somebody loses their life in action.
Well, you know, danger is always a part of motorsport. It is inevitable, and inevitably, people occasionally will lose their life. I was in the pit lane when Ayrton and Roland were killed back in 1994, and the loss of any life is a tragedy. But the mark of a life well lived is what we achieve in the days, the time that's given to us, and the legacy we leave behind. And the legacy for Jules Bianchi is the fact that the Marussia team, now under the guise of Manor, are allowed to continue to race. That's quite an achievement.
Yeah, those points that he scored in Monaco, simply a remarkable achievement, and it's just beautiful. whether it be teams, whether it be yourselves, members of the public, messages on social media from his friends, from his competitors. It has been something to witness for sure. And for Jules Bianchi, he did so much in so many short years. GP2 race winner, he was a Formula 3 champion, and of course a Formula 1 point scorer in just 34 races competed. Jules Bianchi was just 25.